Hi everyone, Damien Fate here, and today we're going to be looking at some of the interesting outcomes when you decide to do nothing during certain dialogue, combat, and storyline choices in Minecraft Story Mode, Episode 3. We start off with a scene where Lucas and Jesse are fighting over the amulet, as if it's the One Ring, and I guess Lucas is pretty weak, because even if you do nothing, you still win.
Maybe you just have to jiggle it a little. I just want to see it.
You can see it without touching.
Not if you can't get it to work.
It's working fine.
Oh!
Soren!
So strong. Once Jesse and the gang make it down to the grinder, the introduction to the game begins. This entire section of the game actually plays itself and doesn't require any input from you, but there are a couple of interesting things that happen if you don't do anything. What a hero.
Get some!
Get in there, Jesse. Axel doesn't even have a sword. You can do it. Well, never mind. Axel's kind of awesome.
Jesse, get down!
Honestly, I don't know how Jesse makes it through this section alive.
You're asking for more? Hey, ugly!
Watch out!
This belong to you.
Nah, you keep it.
Hey, bonehead, I'm talking to you. Anytime now, Jesse.
If Jesse fails his counterattack, Olivia does the most amazing thing.
Ah!
She threw an arrow into its head. I repeat, she threw an arrow into its head. Amazing.
Hey-ya!
Even though this is technically a fail, it's still kind of awesome, but a little strange because a little bit later in the game, another spider jumps on Jesse exactly the same way, and if you don't fight back, you actually die. I think Telltale doesn't want people to die during the intro sequences, because yet again you're faced with death here, and doing nothing, you still survive.
Easy, 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 I got you.
Maybe next time. It doesn't really matter if you dodge this creeper or not, it just takes a very long time to explode and even gets back up again before doing so.
Incoming!
Now you have to decide whether to save the amulet or Axel and Ruben.
Got to help them.
It's unsurprising that the default option is to save your friends.
You get it. I'm coming, Ruben!
Once again, we have another fight scene where you don't actually need to press the buttons in order to complete it.
Got it! Jesse, behind you.
Did that creeper just headbutt him? Either way, Jesse ends up falling down to the grinder with a creeper. This is actually the only point of failure in the intro sequence where you can actually die. After you make it through the grinder, Petra will have a few words for you depending on whether or not you saved your friends.
It was cool what you did up there. We stick together, and we'll be fine. It's good to know you're not letting all this get to your head. I was worried it might. Yeah, but, you know, whatever. Everyone's looking at you to lead.
If you choose not to save your friends, Petra knocks down Lucas.
What's with you, Jesse?
What the
You
heck?
go after that stupid trinket over your friends? You're letting all this get to your head. And you're forgetting what's important.
Like being mean to Lucas.
If we don't stick together, none of this means anything.
What's with you, Jesse?
So rude. Well, it's time for another fight scene, and once again, unsurprisingly, you don't need to do anything to get through it, apart from one point where there's a spider on Axel's back.
Axel, look out!
Take that, ugly! Oh, you want some too?
I'm coming, buddy! I have had... Ow!
If you don't save him, then you've gotta die.
Petra! Get away from them!
Hey, it's another fight scene. Just press up that one time to win and you'll get through it just fine.
Space monsters! I think I'm starting to get the hang of this.
But it's up to you whether or not you want to help Petra to her feet. What a jerk. Once you make it to the end and see Soren in the distance, Petra will want to take the
Everyone,
lead.
follow me. I'll get us to the other side. Just stay behind me, and we'll we'll be fine.
Whether you think it's a good idea or not, Lucas will step up to take the lead instead.
Actually, you know what? I'll just go. Give me a chance. Just say the word, and I'll do it.
This is one of many points in the game where you actually have to make a decision. It won't make the decision for you. I think Soren's been alone too long, and I personally never knew what to say back to him. And if you let him ramble, he just says the strangest things.
I am, but must I be? I'm not sure if I want to sometimes. Sometimes I'd prefer to be anything but Soren. Like a donkey, for example.
Who wants to be a donkey? Soren may be kind of
Even so,
crazy,
what do you need
but he
me
sure
to
is
do?
perceptive.
I've gone out of my way to avoid these types of problems. I don't even remember what it looks like up there. Ah. It's the Formidabomb, isn't it?
How did he know we were after the Formidabomb? I didn't even say anything to him. After telling Soren that you're going to get the Order of the Stone together, he asks a bunch of really awkward
I've always known
questions,
they needed
and
me.
silence just makes it
Never
even more
sure if they
awkward.
wanted me. It's lonely down here without your friends.
Sure.
What kinds of things do they say? Specifically. Give me an example. They called me cool, didn't they?
I'm not sure anyone would say you're cool.
Are you my friend? As long as we're on the subject. Not to put you on the spot.
Awkward.
Oh, I see what you did there. That is so your sense of humor. Before we leave, I'm going to give my old friends a gift.
Before you leave, Soren decides to sing a song, and I really wish he could have continued it. But even if you don't interrupt, Lucas does.
Gary may seem scary, but he's a swell guy. Sally dilly-dallies, give her credit she tries. They might look the same to the untrained eye, but that's a lie, so I say.
Dang it, Lucas. Once the Endermen invade the base, Jesse is given the task of breaking a fountain to flood the area with water, which will make the Endermen leave. However, if you don't do it quick enough, your friends get a little bit impatient.
Come on! What are you waiting for?
The plan was break the fountain, so break it.
Why don't you try breaking rocks with that pickaxe? It hurts! When you open the floodgates to escape the end, there are quite a few points where you can drown to death. I already covered those in the Dumb Ways to Die video, but I will show you here where the room fills up with water, how the Endermen actually react to it. It's a pretty cool detail.
Jesse, hurry!
Oh, come on.
When you escape the end, you are attacked by a bunch of monsters once more. Now this one, I actually thought you were going to die, but watch what happens before the zombie delivers the final blow. Yay for Axel saving the day, but he did wait quite a while before jumping in there. Here Soren seems to be having a little bit of difficulty figuring out what the next step is, and looks to Jesse for a helpful reminder.
I literally don't remember. You're gonna have to help me out a little, Jesse. Looking for any information here.
If you say nothing,
Go
Olivia
find the
will fill him in.
Witherspoon, right? And the other members of the Order.
That sounds good, I guess. Don't make me throw an arrow at you. Eventually you make it outside and find Magnus and Ellegaard fighting monsters. They say the same thing no matter what you say, although if you say nothing, their response doesn't even make any sense.
I could have used you earlier. Showing up just in time to hold up the trophy, huh?
We've been fighting this entire time.
Remember,
Now it's time to take the fight to the Witherstorm, and the team needs to decide who's going to craft the Formidabomb. Nobody really wants to step up because it's extremely dangerous to craft. If you don't decide straight away, then you get to listen to Magnus and Ellegaard's terrible excuses for not doing it themselves.
Don't look at me.
I think I may have tweaked an angle earlier, so...
Jesse starts looking around desperately, but I don't think anyone else is going to volunteer. In an attempt to redeem themselves, both Magnus and Ellegaard offer Jesse their armor. This is another part of the game where you have to make a decision, but if you hold out and listen to their dialogue, it's pretty funny.
I insist.
I double insist.
I triple insist.
I insist 4 times.
Quadruple.
Know it all.
I've never found that insulting.
I bet you don't know what the 5th one is, though.
Quintuple. Alternatively, pentuple.
Up to you, Jesse. Real armor or nerd armor?
Can't they just keep this cool Enderman suit on? Soren said it was durable.
These suits were built with durability in mind.
I hope this works.
Jesse bravely runs up to the Witherstorm, and it seems like time is of the essence. However, you can take as long as you want to build the Formidabomb at this point. The Witherstorm picks up Jesse and the Formidabomb ingredients in its tractor beam. If you don't do any of the prompts in time during this section, you will die. Over and over and over again. After you've defeated the Witherstorm, the events of the episode will play out pretty much the same, except for the fact that either Magnus or Ellegaard will die depending on whose armor you took. I mixed together both of the outcomes so you can see what happens in each when you say nothing.
You did it, Jesse! You actually did it!
Not that I'm saying I doubted you, but I did a little. But now I don't, and I never will again.
Ha ha! Handled like a champ. Look, I know it wasn't easy, but...
About time we got a real win.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, at least Ruben can cheer him up.
Hey, not to put a damper on the party, but anyone seen Soren or Ellegaard?
Anybody seen Soren and Magnus?
Fought valiantly, my friend.
We both know my fight is over, man.
Stuff and nonsense. Stuff and nonsense. Save your strength, Magnus. We'll take care of this. We'll take care of you.
Jesse,
Magnus.
my armor. It looks great on you, man. I want you to keep it, okay? It's not gonna be much use to me anymore.
Don't say such things.
Jesse knows. I'm right. Thanks for having me along for the ride, Jesse. Sorry I couldn't last any longer. Hey, at least I finally got to be a real hero, right?
You and I both know my fight is over.
Stuff and nonsense. Stuff and nonsense. Save your strength, Eligard. We'll take care of this. We'll take care of you.
Oh, Jesse.
Eligard.
My armor really suits you, Jesse. I want you to keep it, okay? It's certainly not going to be much use to me now.
Don't say such things.
Jesse knows I'm right. I'm just glad I got the chance to go on one more adventure. Sorry that I have to take off a little early. Well, Soren, at least I finally got to be a real hero, right? Jesse, those people, you have to help them. All of them. Make sure they get out. Don't leave anybody behind. Promise me.
I promise nothing.
Jesse, you gotta help them. All of them. Make sure they get out. Don't leave anybody behind. Swear, okay?
Magnus, are you wearing a bow tie? Now you're asked to go and save some of the people that were crushed by the Witherstorm, but you don't actually need to pick up anybody, you can just walk straight past them. Well, you never did say you were going to save them.
What the? Guys! Over here!
And there's always room for one more QuickTime event. This time the command block is actually trying to pull you in. But for the last time, it doesn't really matter what you do. Gabriel or Petra will save you either way. Surprise! And now I leave you with a choice of your very own to make. If you want to watch Dumb Ways to Die in Minecraft Story Mode Episode 3, go ahead and punch the left Witherstorm. If you want to see what happens when you do nothing in Minecraft Story Mode Episode 4, go ahead and punch the one on the right. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider giving a thumbs up, sharing with your friends, and subscribing for more. Your support is always appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Banana pants.